Hello, my name is Melanie Bailey, and I first of all just want to thank you so much for choosing to say yes to being a volunteer in our elementary faith formation program this year. This is a little video to go over the basics that you need to know as a volunteer, review for some of you that have helped before, but always good to review, and new for those of you that are just joining us. First thing I want to mention is each of you, whether you're a teacher or an aide, will receive a syllabus. And it'll be specific to the grade and the level that you're teaching. But I will put them all on yellow, so you should be able to find that in your packet at this time. What this syllabus contains is the weeks that we meet. So I always state week of October 1st or whatever is the Monday of that week. Of course, if you're serving on Tuesday or Thursday, that includes you. I'm just trying to encompass the whole week on the syllabus. It's then going to tell you what chapter should be covered and the title of the chapter or any special notes. So this is your way to plan out your year. This is how you know what days you're committed to teaching, and let me know if you ever need a sub. Lastly, I just wanted to mention the syllabus gives you a specific lesson, and I do want you to cover that to some extent during your class period if you are teaching the class. However, that being said, you each bring your own unique gifts. And if there is something on your heart that you'd like to bring into the class, something about the season of Advent because it's that time of the year, something about a special saint that means something to you and their feast day is that week, please know that that is always allowed and always encouraged, because what you offer to the students is the gift of yourself and your faith journey. Please cover the concepts on the syllabus for sure, but you can monitor the time and include those additional beautiful expressions of your faith in your lesson as well. All right, when you first arrive, whether you're a teacher or an aide, your first job is to check in at the office to let us know that you're here. And this blue sheet is now going to go through that moment of arrival to when you leave and some important contact information if you want to pull that out and follow along. So we ask you to arrive at least 20 minutes early in order to be in your classroom 15 minutes early. If you're running behind, just get here as soon as you can, but that would be the goal. If you're in your classroom 15 minutes early, you'll beat your students who are allowed to come in 10 minutes early. When you arrive, teacher or aide, come here to grab your folder. That way you're ready in the classroom to check in the children as soon as they begin to arrive. And the nice thing with arriving early is to have that little moment of prayer, centering yourself, arranging your room, and being ready for the faith sharing that will happen after that. You'll pick up your attendance folder. You're welcome to make copies. There's a copy room in our office. But be aware, if you are arriving 20 minutes before, that copier might be popular. So you are also welcome to make copies anytime we're open during the week if you'd like to come in sooner than that. After you've gotten everything you need, head to your classroom, set up, pray, and be ready to welcome your students. Like I mentioned, students can arrive up to 10 minutes prior to class, and they should be going directly to class. For safety, parents must sign in and out their students at the classrooms. They're delivered directly into your hands and then directly back to the parents' hands. They are not allowed to be in the classroom if a volunteer is not present, so they do need to wait until someone is there and able to stay in the classroom with them. The restrooms that we have for the faith formation wing, which is where most of the classes will be located, are right outside our office here, and they are children only during our faith formation sessions. I do want children escorted to and from the restroom. Each of you have a teacher and an aide, so the aide should be available to bring them to and from the bathroom as needed, waiting outside while the children use them. If the line gets too long because there are minimal stalls here, you are also welcome to exit the faith formation wing, go to the main parish hall building, and there are restrooms there too with plenty of stalls. Those are also children only during the sessions, and we usually have a sign out to indicate that. If you need to use the restroom, there is a family restroom that's a single stall across from the group restrooms in the hall, or you can use the restrooms in the church. Dismissal. The kids will be picked up by their parents or authorized adult from the class and do need to be signed out by them. This is a nice opportunity to talk to the parents in case you have any information, want to let them know their children had a good day, or if they struggled a little, you do get to connect. If you do have a child that is the last one or two there and you're ready to pack up and it's a few minutes past when the pickup time is, feel free to bring them to the office with your attendance roster, and then we will wait with the child until their parents come to pick them up. We'll contact the parents if necessary. And last thing to remember, as you leave, please bring us back your attendance folder and leave it with us each week. We need to check and see if there are attendance issues, and it's essential that we get that folder back. We'll also fill it with important information for the following week. You can turn off the classroom lights. You don't need to worry about locking the door. That's my job to take care of. The rest of the blue sheet is just who here works in the office. We're all here to serve you and how to reach us. I also included my cell. That's not something I give out to parents, but I'm very happy to give it out to you, my volunteers. If you have a last-minute emergency, probably the best way to reach me is a text. If you know you're going to be absent weeks in advance, the best way to reach me would be an email, and I'll respond, I got it, and I'm looking for a sub for you. But if it's the day of or the night before and something's come up, please feel free to call or text my cell so I can troubleshoot it as soon as I know. And my email is included as well as our office hours for the school year months. If you have any questions on any of this, you can ask the person facilitating your workshop. They're very familiar with it too. Thank you. For this next part of the video, I want to show you a little bit about your attendance binder, and everything I'm referencing is written down on the pink sheet that you have in your folder or your handouts at your workshop. So you are welcome to follow along. You do need to take attendance every class session, and that's a good thing for possibly the aide to do. My preferred attendance method is to mark A for absent, or you can mark T for tardy, but to leave it blank if the child is present. As you can see, it's very easy for me to scan then and see how many absences a child has, and then we can do follow-up calls as needed. If you notice a child is excessively absent, please alert us, and then we can move forward on following up and figuring out their family situation. Only 3 absences are allowed, and we do try to troubleshoot it early so it doesn't get excessive and we can help their student catch up. And again, please make sure to return the attendance folder every session so we can mark makeups and keep an eye on attendance issues. The makeups are marked in the book by Erica, so you'll see occasionally an A that's then been written over by a dark M. So that is Erica monitoring the absences. It doesn't really make a difference in what you're doing, but it is a nice alert to see that this child, for example, has been absent, this one, a number of times, but every time they did a makeup. And Erica will go back at the end of the week and indicate the makeup so we can see the pattern is not excessive absences, but occasional makeups. Makeups mean that they attend the class on a day that's not their typical day, but they still attended that week and got the lesson that was planned. Parents have to come to the office to check in for a makeup, and then we assign them to the correct classroom for the day. They are then asked to go to the classroom, write their child on the sign-in sheet, and sign them in and out as usual. So if you do have a makeup student, they should be added to your list. I will tell parents to please connect with you, let them know that their child is a special case and added to the class for the day. But that is where, if you see a child you don't recognize, they should be on your list. If you have a makeup student and you're serving food, you can definitely send your aide to the office to verify if there's any allergy concerns, because that child would not be on your roster with allergy information. And we really appreciate you allowing makeup students. As you can see, it's such a help to our parents. They often take advantage of our generous makeup policy when their child can't attend on the regular day. Behind the attendance roster is a crucial bit of information. Please find this on the first day of class. This is their class roster, and this shows, of course, their name, birth date, things you'd like to know, but most importantly, if there's any kind of allergies, and those would be marked special needs and indicated with the big black box. If there is an allergy, this is crucial that you're aware of it in case at any point you serve food. You need to be aware and monitoring those concerns. If a child has excessive allergies, then it's important to talk to the parent before you serve anything. Sometimes they'll provide an alternate food a snack for their child to make sure that it is safe. Also in your binder, you are going to find these weekly sign-in sheets so you can show, you can allow the parents to sign in. These will be blank and there each time. You'll find a memo with any important information I need to give you for the week. You also might find a stack of handouts if there's something special that needs to be distributed to your students that day. These will be packed in the front of your attendance folder every time you arrive. Please look for those. Please read that handout as soon as you come, and both catechists and aides are encouraged to read the handouts. The last few things on this front page are important to know. Substitute request, if you can't make it, I do have a list of substitutes, and I'm very happy to help with that. Email is the best way to let me know as far in advance as you can, but last minute texts are a great way to let me know the day of. I also wanted to note the student owns the book, so that's theirs to keep, and they are welcome to write in it, use it. If they lose their book, there is a small replacement fee, and they will need to come to the office to purchase the replacement. And keeping families involved. I do encourage volunteers to leave the book, the main supplies, in the cupboards that I'll show you shortly, because we find that kids that bring the book back and forth don't usually look at them throughout the week, but do forget sometimes to bring them. But if there is any kind of handout that can go home, or you want to add a supplemental worksheet that can go home, that's a nice way to let the parents know that what is happening that day so they can continue to reinforce the lesson at home. But my advice is to keep their main textbooks in the cupboards that are provided for you to take out on a weekly basis. That first day, please put names on the books. They're theirs to keep, and it's the easiest way if you write it on the outside cover to quickly distribute books at the beginning of class each day.